Welcome, everybody. For those of you that I don't know yet, I'm Garrick, and I'm totally psyched to get to know you. So hopefully, uh, say hi and give me something that makes you memorable, so it makes it easier for me to remember you. um, so Amy Kahn has a fundraiser called Equality of Life, and I'll let her describe what they do. But as we launched into this first rooftop yoga for this year, and the way we do these things is I'll just when I'm not traveling, I'll look forward, pick a date, and I'll either teach or I'll find another teacher that we want to get up here and I want to share with the yoga tribe, and it's semi-informal, and we usually just get up here and sometimes we pour over onto the lower deck, and if we need to, we can pour onto the other one. It's kind of nice that tonight we just get to all fit up here together. And we turn off the speaker. The mic is only for the fact that we're recording this, and we're going to see if we can make something for a quality of life that can be used for promoting and doing further fundraising. So I'm going to go ahead and let Amy talk for a second.
Great.
So you just fit that over your ear.
Okay. Like that?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks for coming. My name is Amy Kahn, and I'm a breast cancer survivor. And I felt like when I was practicing yoga, it was the one place I could be myself. So when I was in the hospital, I was the cancer survivor, bald. And when I was grocery shopping, I was stared at by kids, and then I forget that I was bald, and then I'd be like, oh, and then I would do something and just to connect with them. It was always another identity, other outside of me, who I was. So when I came to practice yoga, I could feel me returning to me. It was such a healing place for me to be. So after all the treatment was done, protocol was done, I started a yoga class, and I just wanted to see how it would go. And it was well attended. My first class was 22 people. That told me two things. 22 people were going through a similar experience and needed relief from it. It was not just survivors, it was their caregivers, it was their mates. I always said it took a year and a half longer for my kids and my husband to exhale than it did me. But the truth is that it's a family experience. And you can't separate it. It's just a process. Okay. So after that, we just continued practicing together. I wrote a book about it, and it's called Revealing Grace, and it kind of takes everybody's story. It's not just about me, it's about our community. But yoga is a healing practice. I love this shirt that Garrett and Brad designed and Garrett produced, where it just says practice, period. And that's really the truth. That is the truth. There's no finish line. I tell all my yoga kids, there's no finish line to yoga. It's not a competition. It's just a process. And we go through it and we unveil. So we have gathered here today two of our teachers, three teachers. Our third one's coming at 7. We have Mary Beth, who teaches at Infusion Yoga and Pilates, owned by Karina. And we have Chris Lemon, who teaches at Yoga Central and at Huntsman Cancer Wellness. And we are also at Utah Cancer Specialist, which is where I went through my treatment. And that teacher is Erin Meyer, and she'll be coming here at 7 afterwards. They're free yoga classes. What you're doing right now pays for teachers and insurance. All the sites are donated. Our goal is to support 40 families, and at the end have a retreat together where we, as you know, we go deeper. We have art that's for sale as well as the clothing on the bottom floor, and 20% goes towards a quality life community as well. Anything else? Okay, thanks for coming. I really appreciate this.
So I'd like to just say a couple things in regards, thank you, Amy. And Amy does practice. She is like, often I teach, and it's rare that she's not in my classes, and it's really great having her there. So I have a kind of a unique perspective on kind of this balance between yoga and this kind of sense of how we come to our own state of balance, our own health, versus like Western medicine. And my main career is in genetic analysis, and I've spent my whole life using working in a field that tries to find tools that can understand how our biology works at a genetic level. And so currently I'm working with DNA sequencing and looking to make new human diagnostics in cancer. And yeah, the way I see this, and it continues to evolve, but I think we have our own health, and we have to come to some place where we find our health, and it's just an ongoing balance of being able to find what health is to us. And that increasingly, I think it's when that gets really out of balance, then Western medicine comes in with this sense that, like, I'm going to give you health care. And health care comes from finding that balance inside of ourselves. But if we have a genetic abnormality which leads to cancer, or we obtain a genetic abnormality which leads to cancer, then when it gets far out of balance, then you do need intervention. And so in my work, we're developing a number of new tests for cancer that, we've learned all these little markers, genetic markers, that will tell you things like it will respond to this chemotherapy or it won't respond to this chemotherapy. And these are the kind of things that, if there's someone that I know or love that gets cancer, there's a chance we could do something to either prolong their health for a little bit longer or help them avoid a bad treatment. And it really is still a big time shot in the dark in terms of how much we know and how much we need to know. But amongst the people that I work with, we're trying to put out this message that, like, if one of your loved ones has cancer, at least talk to us. We can point you in the direction of the latest tests that we have for looking at cancer. And these things make a difference because you need to actually learn some genetic features about the cancer. And if you're not in the right place, if you just go to your community hospital, you might not get expert cancer help. So you really want to go to a cancer center, and then you want to make sure you really study and learn that you're getting the latest in profiling to make sure that that can be addressed. And so that's my point about Western medicine. And now, like yoga, it's like there's something about our body is so incredibly intelligent. And if we get out of the way of it, so much of what kind of leads our body away from doing its normal job is that we just put up all these little blocks inside, and they're just ideas in our head that literally change our health and stop our immune system from responding and things like that. And I just think that there's a place where you get more and more sensitive to listen to your body and listen to your mind to get those blocks out of the way, and then things flow more smoothly, and you have the natural process doing its job. And so no one can do that for you. It's a matter of taking the time, practicing, breathing, feeling your body, becoming increasingly sensitive to it, and that way you're able to manage it and guide it. So let's practice. All right, so to start, Mount Olympus. Why don't you take a comfortable seat and just have that be your altar to get going here. So what I'd like you to do to start is to just kind of drop any, can you see this mountain? Can you see this environment that we're practicing in? Or are you projecting onto it? And so let's just start by kind of removing any veils if possible. And in your mind, I'd like you just to start with something very simple. Just repeat, I don't know, in your own mind, to kind of drop any of the sense of projecting and just kind of open up to experience and empathize with this experience that we have before us. I don't know, as you breathe. Feel like you're able to just receive the majesty of this mountain. Our lives are like a speck in the time frame that this mountain has been here. And it was shaped as molten rock, and then it solidified and was pushed into other rocks by plates of the earth grinding into each other to grow up and be, 11,000 feet above sea level. And it's just totally timeless. The mountain, it has seen every season come and go. It has seen life and death. And it just is. We call it Mount Olympus, but that's just our name for it. Try to empathize and feel a sense of the earth and the strength and the stability that this mountain shares with us. Bring your hands to your heart and just let your chin drop, close your eyes, have a sense of humility. And let's take one Om, inhale. And come to the east side of your mat. So the side where the road is, this is east. And just come to mountain pose, standing. Look down at your feet, and they can either be together or just slightly spaced. And lift your toes. And then move your weight around, get it evenly spaced on the balls of your pinky toe and your big toe. And feel your heel, activate your arches on both sides of your feet. And unlock your knees. And feel the top of your thighs moving backwards. Even if that just means that you actually feel like your butt stick out a little bit. And then feel your core engage, and that will actually tuck your tailbone just slightly. And your upper arm bones, rotate them open so your palms face east. Feel how your shoulders go down your back when you rotate your upper arm bones open. And then lift right up through the back of your neck. And just breathe. And get a sense of your own poise, of your own stability. And it's so unforced, so you feel this strength, but see if you can't just feel a sense of the breath connecting to your body, your feet connecting to the ground. And feel a sense of this inner poise, this inner presence. And open your eyes. And moving slowly, inhale and start to see your hands rise in your peripheral vision. See them come together. And then as you exhale, pull your hands down toward your heart. Your body's right in the middle of engagement and relaxation, and let your hands fall. And inhale, hands lift. You just have a little bit of activity in your knuckles and your fingers and your arms. And this time, exhale, fold forward. Start to lift up halfway as you inhale, reaching your heart forward, your rib cage forward. And then exhale, fold. And for this first one, let your head be heavy and just roll up slowly as you inhale. As you get to the top, inhale and your arms come up. See how your body just kind of is painted on this background, this beautiful background of the clouds. Exhale, fold. Inhale when you're ready, lifting up halfway. And exhale, fold. Now continue this half salute on your own. And I encourage you just to, keep your eyes open and experience how you see your own body moving with this three-dimensional, beautiful movie scene all around us. And move a little slower. Try to move as slow as you can with a single breath per movement. And just use this as an opportunity to feel your way into your body and this subtle sense of elegant energy, prana, grace. Paying attention to the details, like how your feet feel on the earth and how your knees are just slightly unlocked and you feel strong in your legs as you move. And then we get to hear this rumbling thunder. We get to hear this really gentle wind, and you get to hear your own breath. So see if you can't align everything that you see and everything that you hear, inside and out, start to come together with this sense of like, we are one here. And we can actually let go and have this sense of being far more than this limited definition inside the shell of our skin. Next time you come to a forward fold, go ahead and just stay there and breathe. And inhale, lifting up halfway. And plant your hands and step back to upper push-up plank position. And think about the mountain here, right? This is a pose where you want to have some experience of stability and strength. So push down into your knuckles, activate your legs. I like to feel like I'm stretching into my calves, and that activates my quads at the same time. Take an inhale, and if you need to lower to your knees, do so. Otherwise, exhale and slowly lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way to the mat. And then just take a few gentle cobras on your own. Just being gentle with yourself and warming into your lower back. And you don't push into your hands so much as you're pulling your hands back or dragging yourself forward. So you get this nice lengthening of your body between your pelvis and your rib cage. Just inhaling and lifting, feeling your heart lift and your lower back relax and lengthen. And exhale, lowering down. And next time you lower down, bring your big toes together and your knees wide and push back to child's pose. I'm a big fan of the slow warm-up, you guys. But I also like to really get warmed up and then rock it. Deep breaths here in child's pose. Deep flexion in your hips. Let your inhale take you all the way to full. And as you exhale, start to feel your abdomen hug toward your spine, your pelvic floor lift, your mula bandha. And now inhale, lifting up into cat pose. Reaching your heart forward, tilting your sits bones to the sky, and exhale, cow pose, and then into cat. Thank you. And just it's free play, so you get to just feel your way in. If that means you want to move side to side or find a little more space in your side body, a little swivel of your rib cage, this is that place where you just get to go, how's my spine? What are the normal curves of my spine, and how can I exaggerate those, and then how can I go in opposition to those? Just articulating each of the vertebrae with the nice cushy spacious disc in between. And then come back to neutral and roll over onto the balls of your feet and then push back to down dog. So grounding, it is a way of finding your body in a physical posture that supports feeling more stable, more grounded, right? Like a tree having roots. But it's also a state of mind where you're able to almost like find the right polarity inside your body that allows you to relax and settle. Because we have this hyper energy and it goes upward. How do you send your energy down? Reach down through the knuckles of your hands. Root down through your index knuckle in particular. Rotate your biceps toward the east, toward the road in front of us. And let your heels relax down. Unlock your knees and feel the top of your thighs moving backwards. And your breath is the key to really letting that energy drop down, sink down into your feet and hands. Inhale forward to plank. Just like the mountain. Exhale, maintain that strength as you lower slowly down. Inhale, lifting up cobra or up dog, your call. And then exhale brings you back to down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward at your hands. Exhale, step or jump forward between your hands. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, folding. What pose do I love so much? Utkatasana, chair pose. Lower your pelvis down, sink your weight into your heels. Lift your arms so that, like, from your hips to your fingertips, you have one nice long line. Neutral in your neck. And maybe here you can have a sense of really sinking down and rooting into your feet. And even if you feel a sense of wanting to get out of this pose, can you invite your own strength or your own sense of that mountain strength to give you patience here, to watch your mind talk, and to focus on your breath. So growing slowly, take 3 breaths to come to standing. When you get to the top, take a big inhale. Swan dive down. And lift up halfway. Yes, these things we do all the time, but we can find something in them. We step back to plank as we exhale and lower chaturanga. Lift up, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Yeah, so in yoga we do all these poses over and, like, could be the same sequence from one practice to the next. And the novelty of it is your ability to find that moment in your body, in your breath, that has you feeling like you're here. And you're feeling and you're sensing. And that truly is novel. Every time. Inhale, lift your right leg slowly up and back. Then go ahead and let your pelvis just open. Bend the knee if you like. Breathing. Inhale, straighten out the leg. Exhale, step the foot forward between your hands, your right foot. And as you inhale, drop your pelvis and lift your heart. And as you exhale, hands stay on the ground, guys. As you exhale, straighten your legs and tuck your chin. So it's like a lunging cat-cow. Inhale, let your pelvis drop, stretch into your groin, lift into your heart. Exhale, straightening into your legs and tucking your chin. And just keep moving like this with a sense of feeling your way into warming into your groin and your spine. Now, on the next inhale, drop your back knee and squeeze your legs together to lift up to Anjaneyasana. How nice is it to get that thigh stretch in your psoas? Okay. Are you guys really serious tonight? Is everybody good? Okay. All right, nice. Okay. I'm trying to totally relax too. So, like, if I get to a place where I'm super comfortable with y'all, then we get all funny and we're having a great time, and yet it feels deep and amazing. So help me out here. Encouragement. No, sorry, I didn't mean to blow that up. Okay, bring your hands to the ground and straighten your front leg. Ardha Hanuman. In this pose, I like to really hook the front heel and stay active, driving the calf into the shins so the knee is just slightly unlocked. And at the same time, you're actively trying to straighten it, hug the thigh backwards so you get this deep stretch right in the middle of your hamstring. Okay, now rebend the leg and point the foot toward the mountain, just about 45 degrees out, your front foot, and then let the whole right hip open up. Bring your shoulders out over your wrist. If you like, you can drop to your elbows. And we're just going to be like, this is a feel-good practice, so we're going to have some movement principles, and we're going to talk about some of these poses and everything, but for the most part, I just want to, like, get to the hips and get to the shoulders and, really have this be like, yeah, every part of your body is addressed today. Okay, now push up into your hands enough to reach back and grab bending the back leg and grabbing the foot with your right hand. And the cool thing about this is we get a spin and face the mountain. Gotta love this pose. You get a deep hip opener in the right hip, you get a big quad stretch in the left quad, and you get a twist. And a heart opener. Yeah, right on. And then release. Plant your hands. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Nice and slow. And then with your heart lifting, cobra or up dog, inhaling. Exhale, strong legs bring you back to down dog. We are lucky. We get to like be on a roof, practicing yoga. Yeah, we're going to write a new song. Instead of I'm on a boat, it's going to be I'm on a roof. Inhale from us. So find a nice strong down dog and then lift your left leg up and back. And open it up. I'm going to let you later. We're going to be able to flip this dog. But right now we're staying here for a second. Breathe. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, step it forward. Lunging cat-cow, you're on your own. So you inhale and lift into your heart and let your pelvis drop. Exhale, straighten it into your legs and tuck your chin. So if you were all by yourself, say for example on this roof and no one was watching you, and you decided to practice yoga for yourself to, solely for the feeling, like it wasn't being recorded in history, the only thing you could do is maybe tell someone what you did. But the whole point is for yourself. So as you move, try to find that, good feeling, like you're just doing it. It's the only thing that counts is right now. So on the next inhale, drop your back knee and squeeze the legs together. Arms come up, Anjaneyasana. It is so rare that the first time I come into Anjaneyasana that I don't have this great feeling of like, whoa, yeah, the thigh. And then the psoas, because your psoas muscle's right on the inside of your lower spine, and it winds down and hooks onto your femur, so you get that big quad stretch, and it reaches right up into that big core muscle. Thunder and sunshine. This is the coolest, man. This is the coolest. All right, go ahead and bring your hands to the ground and straighten your front leg. Ardha Hanumanasana. You keep your knee on the ground, though. And you might even walk the foot forward just a touch so that your hips stay right up above your knees. Your hips stay right up above your right knee. And then maybe hook that heel, hug the toes back toward the shin, and drive your knee to slightly unlock. Try to find a little quiver in there and put the stretch right into the middle of the hamstring. You're sending the left hip back by hugging the left thigh backwards. And how's the breath? And are your teeth untouched? Bending back into the left leg. Point your foot over to the left a little bit, about 45 degrees, and let the whole left hip open up. Now you can just stay on your palms with your palms below your shoulders, or you can walk down to your elbows. Send your breath right into your left groin. Then push into your hands, bend your back leg, and reach around with your left hand and grab your foot. And then you spin it over to that little canyon right there. That's Mill Creek Canyon, the ridge. And the next one over is Parley's. And then the avenues. And it sure is pretty. If you want, you can lower to your right elbow. Big inhale, like rinsing. Exhale, feel your belly hug in. Stepping back to plank. Take a big inhale as you make your way back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. When you're ready, cobra or up dog, open your heart. Exhale, down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Put your weight in your heels and lower your pelvis down to the height of your knees. And lift up, chair pose. Oh, I like this. Ooh, I like being here. This is cool. Breathing still. Can you get like soft in your eyes? Like you were looking at someone you really cared about and you just like, when you blink, it's really soft. Okay, inhale, grow to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. And let's turn and face the west. Inhale, Salt Lake Valley. Exhale, fold. Lifting up halfway. And take a vinyasa. We'll all meet in down dog. If you don't know what I mean by vinyasa, that we're basically just going to lower down chaturanga, or from upper push-up to lower push-up, inhaling into cobra or up dog and exhaling back to down dog. And if I say vinyasa, you also could just go to down dog and wait for us, or I just want to keep in mind that this is like your practice, and whatever feels right, this is really about you and not about how it looks or any performance or any version of yoga being right in someone else's mind that's not the way you feel about it. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back. And let's just get a little core thing here. Squeeze your knee to your nose. Bring your shoulders right out over your wrists. Curl your back. Inhale, reach it back, three-legged down dog. Don't kick me. Exhale, step it forward between your hands, that being your right foot. Root your rear heel. And come onto your fingertips. Look down into the valley. Feel your heart reaching forward. Feel the weight in your front heel. And with that strength in your legs, lift your hands up and reach toward the valley. Now take 3 breaths to grow yourself into Warrior One. That'll wake up your legs. The other day I was having someone do this, having a class do this, and I thought, like, that if you're doing 3 breaths to get there, it's almost like you're a blow-up Warrior One doll. And you're like blowing yourself up. Oh yeah. And then you just kind of like, you got like one of those auto inflators on and you keep growing, right? And getting more and more taut, but you're totally relaxing your belly. Send your right hip back. Dig into your front heel with your knee right out of your ankle. And then like ask this pose to let you in. It can be moody sometimes. I mean, like, I've come to Warrior One with, like, the best intention. And it's like, dude, not today. Or it's grumpy. I'm not letting you in. Come back another day. You gotta breathe your way in. All right, inhale. Exhale, nice and slow. We float down to the ground. Chaturanga, vinyasa. Is it possible that this is our best evening yet this year? I think it might be. I think it might be. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. See how much you can flex into your thoracic spine. Inhale, three-legged down dog. And moving slow, stepping forward as you exhale. Root your rear heel. Find your Warrior One legs and just come onto your fingertips and look down into the valley. Feel your heart reaching forward. Feel the weight in your front heel, and then just reach your hands toward the valley. And then here comes the inflatable Warrior One, 3 breaths. I'm sorry, that's really fun. It makes me laugh. You guys look totally majestic. Like if somehow we could like get a really fast sculptor in here to just sculpt you? What do you want coming from the inside out? What's that feeling that you find of poise, of presence, of grounding? And how do you let it come from the inside out right into this pose? And the Warrior One pose might not understand your words, but it definitely understands the spirit of your breath. So you talk to it with your breath. Inhale. Exhale, nice slow vinyasa. Try to feel like the movie of vinyasa is just frame by frame, like click, 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 and each little frame is its own pose, so you're engaged. Walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold. How about another chair pose? Go to standing, inhale. And let's Om as we bring our hands to our heart. The back row, just step to the middle of your mat. Reach down and grab your right ankle and root it, push it into your left thigh hard, okay? And unlock the left knee and feel the left thigh moving back. So go ahead and let your butt stick out a little bit, okay? Now engage your core to counter your butt sticking out, but keep the standing leg bent and keep pressing hard into your left thigh. Bring your hands to your heart and find a single point of focus. I'll get out of your way. Tree pose. And, you know, this is like in this position where you have such a vastness in front of you, it really challenges. Let your breath be your guide, and let the activation of your legs and your core, you got to trust it and go ahead and reach into it with strength. And if you really feel it, you can start to grow and lift. Ooh, I just felt a couple raindrops. Nice. We welcome everything, you know. We go into tree, we need water. Hands to your heart. Release your foot. See if you can just set it down really slow. And take tiny little hops. And then the roof breaks. Okay. All right. I am a homeowner. Okay. Neutral stance. How you feeling? Reach down, grab your left ankle, and just take the time to set this up. Really push the whole foot into your right thigh. Bend the right knee. Feel your butt stick out a little bit. But then counter that by engaging your core. Find a place where your hands push in. And sometimes I actually like to really push into my hands with my elbows driving right through my wrists. And then you can even find an airplane out there that'll be your stable spot. Breath and activation. Pressing the foot into the thigh, strong in the standing leg, core. Feel how even like a tiny single raindrop hitting your skin like sends like a whole neural response the size of like a quarter from where the teeny little raindrop hits. And it's refreshing. Inhale, exhale, slowly set the foot down. Walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Lifting up halfway, and then you launch right into your vinyasa. Hello, down dog. Let's add a few things. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward. Find your strength in your legs first, and then lift up warrior one. Sinking down into warrior one, inhale. Exhale, warrior two, right hand forward, left hand back. And go ahead and look up to Mount Olympus and let your whole body just open up to this side. And then just look right over your front hand. You guys are beautiful. Can you feel your exhale kind of activate your core and send your tailbone down? Inhale, exalted warrior. Reach the right hand up to the sky. Look up into the clouds. And exhale, folding down, side angle pose. Maybe for this first one, just kiss the skin of your elbow to the knee. Don't put any weight in it, and reach the left hand straight up to the sky. Feel the weight in the front heel. Sending the top of your thigh down. Inhale, back to exalted warrior. Exhale, launch right into your vinyasa. Right when I said it was the best evening of the year, I think that it's still true. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward. Find the strength of your legs before you lift up. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, settle down into it. Sink into it. Take another inhale. Exhale, warrior two. In warrior two, the whole... Oh yeah, let's look off to Mill Creek. Feel your whole body open. And now look over your left hand. I can hear you guys breathing with this awesome continuous thunder. It's beautiful. Inhale, exalted warrior. Reverse it. And exhale, side angle pose. Kiss the skin of your left elbow to your knee and don't put any weight into it. So your shoulder stays away from your ear. Reach your right hand right up to the sky. Feel your whole right side body. Just breathe all the way up into your armpit, opening that whole space. Feeling the weight in your front heel. Shannon, that's lovely. Inhale, exalted warrior. And that launches you into your vinyasa. You know the sequence? How about we flow it on your own? Inhale, right leg lifts. I'll talk you through this first one. Exhale, step it forward. Warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, exalt. Exhale, side angle pose. Stay as long as you like. When you're ready, you'll exalt and launch yourself right into your vinyasa, and then you'll hit the left side with the same thing. In the mudroom. Okay, it's in the mudroom. If we were in a hot studio, your mat would be getting wetter from your own sweat. And if you like that, come to Salt Lake Power Yoga on Sundays. So when you're in this, it's really a seeking for what your body is wanting right now. You might want to slow it down. You might find that you move a little faster. But it's like you've been given the dance steps, and you just start to move, and you're on your own. And if you actually want to change the dance steps, I mean, side angle pose could easily become triangle. Your vinyasa could have, other steps in it. I've seen some people pop into the splits in the middle there in vinyasa. Just, this is your place to find your own sense of what practice feels like tonight. And underneath it, that, your breath, you can just have the act of breathing, but there's a spirit to your breath. That talks to your body and talks to you. You ever notice how your breath directly reflects your emotions? You go into a panic, or if you're really peaceful and enjoying someone, you just have this nice long breath. Untouch your teeth, let your jaw relax. Find that state of engagement of your body that's not tense and not totally relaxed, so that you have this structure to move with. Let your eyes be soft. Next time you hit your left side, finish up, and then you can hang out in down dog or child's pose or a pose of your choice. We will all catch up. And you may just jump right into down dog, or you may be like the kid, like, Mom, can I just play a little longer? And we'll wait for you. So amazing. Walk your hands back to your feet. Lifting up halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Roll to standing. Walk to the middle of your mat. And put the weight in your left foot and take your right arm and open it up. And then you'll lift your right leg and you'll grab the inside of your foot with your thumb pointing toward your big toe. And then unlock the standing leg and bring your knees together. Find a place to focus. It's probably going to be more down than straight out to the horizon. Lift the left arm. And first just start getting longer in your torso, sending your thighs back, and just start to move your right leg back. You're still standing upright. And then you'll start to fold at the hip and lift the foot toward the sky for dancer. Breathing, actively kicking into your hand, maybe smiling. And come out slowly and set the foot down when you want to. Find your balance. Change sides. Left arm comes out. Bend the left leg and reach back and grab the inner arch with the thumb pointing toward the big toe. Then we bring the knees together and unlock the standing leg knee, and the right arm comes up. Start to move the leg back as you stay upright. Feel this stretch in your left hip flexors. And then you'll start to feel the fold. Oh, these raindrops are really big. How cool to see them going down. And just reach into your dancer pose. Start feeling that your left foot raise up to the sky. Try to keep your left hip square if you can. Yeah, your torso straight down toward the ground. And listen to this beautiful rain. Take an inhale. Exhale, come out and set your foot down slowly. Walk back to the back of your mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Lifting up halfway. Walk yourself to down dog. Bend your knees as you inhale. Exhale, jump through. Bring your feet forward, lay back on your back. This is a rain-induced Shavasana pose. Let's see if we can just totally welcome this. Okay, you have raindrops hitting you. You're getting rained on, right? What's the immediate response? It's like, whoa. See if you can't relax into it. Radiohead's got a song, rain down, come on rain down on me. Nice. Hug your knees in. Happy baby. Happy baby. Yes. Grab your feet, pull your knees down toward the ground, press your head and your pelvis down into the earth, breathing. Man. Plant your left foot. Plant your left foot and cross your right ankle over your left knee and thread the needle. Reach through, grab the knee and hug it to the chest. This is our version of pigeons so that we can experience the rain at the same time. Did you guys come here for a unique experience? This is awesome. Embrace. And then weave your knees together. So now you're not just going to cross the ankle. You'll cross the right leg all the way over the left. And then you'll reach and grab the outside of your feet with your hands. So now try to keep your knees hugging together. And then try to root down with your head and your sacrum and pull the knees toward the chest. If you have knee issues, be careful here because you're getting some deep rotation in your thighs. And it's your knees are the lever. Back to happy baby. Yes. You tell me if you need to call this. Yeah. Happy baby. So now you plant your right foot and cross the left one over, the left knee, and thread the needle. So sometimes we go into yoga and we're like, we put you in a really hard pose and we make you stay there and it's really uncomfortable. This is nothing. This is nothing. This is easy. We might get a little slippery. It's okay. I'm starting to get slippery. This is some smooth stuff.